Yes, people, how we doing? Welcome back to another Seek Beats. Before we get into it, please remember, subscribe to the channel, click the notifications, and you'll get updates when there's new videos up. Today, I'm going to be concentrating on how to make a simple hip-hop beat. I think sometimes it can get a bit pretentious with people saying that you've got to put loads of technical ability into it, and you've got to be able to chop like crazy and do this effect and put this plugin on and stuff like that. And no, you don't. I'm sorry. Sometimes you can keep it very, very simple and still make an absolute banger. Now, I don't know what your judgment will be of this beat, but to me, when I crank it up loud, it bangs hard. It's already gone to a really established rapper that is superb, who heard it straight away and went, yeah, I want it. So, and there it is, you know. I think if you look at hip-hop's origins, it come from simple technology, simple means, simple loops, and some of the, you know, the major classics that we listen to. If you're thinking like Rakim, Gang Starr, you know, loads of classic hip-hop artists from the boom bap era, from the golden era. It's just simple loops, and they're absolute classics. There's no need to always put the overcomplicated stuff in it. Don't get me wrong, there's some amazing beats that are built really technically, and there's lots of them, but there's also the simple stuff. If you look through my videos, you'll see those kind of beats that are more technical and more choppy and all sorts of stuff. They're in there if you want to check them out on my playlist, Seek Beats playlist, but also there's some simple ones. I've been selling beats for quite a few years now, and I will say most definitely the beats I sell the most of are the ones that were very simple to make and sometimes even quick. I don't go too much into the mixing and mastering on this channel because I just want to show you my choice of samples and stuff like that and basically what I've done. But yeah, so let's get into it. Please remember, subscribe, click the notification bell, you'll get updates for new videos. So this is the sample that I chose. This actually comes from The Return to Oz, the film, and then later on in the sample it goes to a bit of a key change. I think it's coming up now. Yeah, very, very simple. 2 loops, one's in one key, one's in the other key. For the introduction, there was another part I could have used, but I decided to do a step down in volume on a simple little loop. That works well. We'll get to that in a minute. The other thing that I did with it is one of the major points, the strings in this are quite low in the mix, so I've EQ'd them out with a parametric equalizer, which gives you more control on what you drag out, a bit more smoother than just a normal graphic equalizer. Graphic with an F, because I'm thick. But yeah, so that's the sample, and let's get into it. So, classic hip-hop. Here we go. This is the first loop that I chose. It's obviously sped the sample up, or speeded the sample up, I don't know which is right, because I'm a thick northerner. But yeah, and I've EQ'd it out. Sorry, I said I've speeded it up. I haven't. I've slowed it down. I was confused. I'm very confused most of the time. So you can probably hear that I've EQ'd the strings out because they're the bit that interests me the most. And I think they carry like a really nice melody. And then I've taken this sample, which is the key change. Compared to the first loop, what happens is, on the first loop, the strings are high. Naturally, in this song, on the second loop, the strings have dropped down and the lead kind of strings overtake and push the other ones back. But that's okay, you don't have to bring the other ones back up. You can let the other part take the lead, and it gives it a nice variation then. It's that simple thing again, it's about keeping it simple. So, those two loops. On the introduction here, I took a simple part of the first loop and then I stepped it down in volume as it was playing. And then I added this Alfred Hitchcock sample to the beginning, which goes like this. Just let me turn that off.
And so it goes. We all enjoy, shall we say, putting our toe in the cold water of fear.
That's right. You tell them. And then we've put a bass line in. The bass line, very simple, goes like this. Just let me stretch this out. Now, in the guise of traditional hip hop, I've took a break, a drum break, or break, whatever you want to say, and it's a basic loop. But when they were playing the loop, there was a little bit of a timing issue with their playing, which sometimes happened because they recorded it live and stuff. So I've just resynced it up back to the loop, made it come more back in time. I've took the exact same loop underneath, and with that loop, what I've done is on one of the loops I've added reverb, which kind of muddies the sound a little bit. It makes it a little bit muddy naturally, and kept the original over the top for the clarity, for the sharpness of the hit. So this is the drum beat. Which is a lovely boom bap traditional kind of, style of beat. And then over the top, I've put these drums, kick drums, just to complement, and a snare drum as well. So this is kick drum and snare drum to complement the drum break in order to make it hit harder. So this is what goes over the top. It's as simple as that. That's it. There's nothing more to this beat. Like I say, it's gone to a top rapper, one of the best in the country, who's will be bringing it out once he's wrote to it. I sent it to him, said, I think this is your kind of thing. I think you'll smash it. And I just got a message back saying, I love it. Get it over to me and I'll get writing. It's inspiring kind of thing. So, just before we get into the beat, please remember, subscribe to the channel. Click the bell for notifications of when this new video's up. Thank you very much to everybody that's been subscribing to the channel. It's amazing. I love it. And I appreciate it a lot. And here we go. This is the beat. Let's get into it. Let's go.
And so it goes. We all enjoy, shall we say, putting our toe in the cold water of fear.